What is up, beautiful people? It's been a minute. You know who it is. You know how it is. You know what it is we do and what it is we are here for. It's your boy, Massimo, a.k.a. Max from Massimo.com and the Positive Vibes Lifestyle. And all the way live from the Isle of Man is...
It's JB from Healthy Funky Free. It's almost live. Patience, almostlive.com. And good to see everyone. Good to listen to everyone.
That's right. Thanks for joining us as always. And please, people, ask your questions to us. We're going to have probably at some point when we get enough questions in, we'll do a Facebook Live and answer a bunch of questions and converse with y'all. Today, we're definitely going to expand on our talk from yesterday about investing in our health for the future. We kind of got on a bit of a rant and a ramble yesterday about certain things, but we didn't really get into the whys, the hows, the whats, the wheres. So today we're going to dive a little deeper into the onion peel. What are you feeling, John?
Well, we'll get deeper. We'll cover subjects, and the first one I'd like to bring up is the notion that it is too expensive to be healthy and to eat healthy. Anything from gym memberships, they're too expensive. So there's an excuse not to go to the gym. But I often say expensive compared to what? Now I've got a list of iPhone, Samsung, car, the booze every weekend. I'll not go on though. I don't want to turn you all off and send you away to the online shopping, but eating healthy compared to buying all of these things that they may contribute emotionally in the short term until the next iPhone comes out or the next car comes out, but they do not contribute to your health, which is ultimately what's going to give you a fulfilling life into the future. You can even go further. We talk about spending money on makeups, on Botox, or to some extreme plastic surgery rather than doing the work. We're trying to fix the body from the outside rather than looking inside, which is where we can begin with how we think, how we move, and how we eat. And ultimately that comes to the cost of eating healthy. Now, myself and my partner, my wife, we added up this week what it costs us to eat a mostly organic diet, not always, because we can't get things on the island. All the nuts, the seeds, the berries, the fruits, the gluten-free stuff where we can, where gluten-free is healthy, because it not always is.
Amen. And
we worked it out to be about £10. That's $10 per person per day. And that's not even a cup of coffee and a cake.
Thank you.
Or a family goes out for pizza, that's $30-$40, and for $30-$40 we can feed ourselves for 2 or 3 days. So it's just trying to get some comparison of what actually is expensive and how much nutritional value you'll get from those choices. So I'm rambling. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. I woke up, got up, and I got on the bike for 2.5 hours. So
boom,
it's kicking in a little bit, but I'll hang in there. I'm going to pass it over to Max for his contribution.
But bro, I agreed with you 100%. And we're in the same boat. So what I've learned is you're either going to pay for it now or you're going to pay for it later. And I think the stigmata that I think we all face as humans would be this. Before you got into your first Ironman, you had a thought of it. Before I went to my first CrossFit gym, I had a stigmata. I had my own internal thoughts from what I assumed it was. Yet when you step in the door or you start training, you realize, oh, it wasn't what I thought it was. You know what I mean? I think you know what I'm saying, right? So yeah. I think a lot of people think, and I'm not going to name names here, but go into that corner store coffee shop and paying $8.50 for your spiced pumpkin latte instead of going and buying supporting a small farm and getting some organic eggs for $6. Let's put some actual A and B in there. You know what I mean?
Context.
Let's talk of actual fact. You know what I mean? We have a little spot here where we go, and again, we don't need a ton of meat or anything like that. But if I'm ever going to, or if we're hosting a barbecue or something, I'm going there to support small farms. You know what I mean? And organic, free-run animals, I guess you could say, right?
So it goes beyond the healthy element of it. You're also supporting your local community as well, rather than some large corporation who may not be as conscious about how they produce or what they put into the food or not.
Yes, exactly. And just having said that, behind it is a whole infrastructure, but what you're putting into your body has less of, and I don't want to get on a political rant about corporations, but if you understand business, you understand how you have to make money, man. Go watch The Founder, the movie on McDonald's, and how they started making milkshakes.
This week.
There you go. Look what they did. And I'm sure at some point, maybe me and you had one. A milkshake is not a milkshake. You know what I mean? Like, so what chemicals are you lacing inside your body? Which then, because you're eating like that, you're going, oh my God, I hit 32 years old today, or whatever it is, or 52 or 60. And you're like, well, I better go see Bob, the plastic surgeon. And I need my lips plumped, and that's $2,000. My eyelids, I want them over here, and that's going to be $6,000, instead of spending $10 a day to eat well and going for a walk, a run, whatever it might be. You know what I mean? Like, we have to get knowledge, and we have to get the facts. You know what I mean? And until we keep guessing and assuming, I think we're on the road to make the same mistakes again and again and again until it's too late, until you assume there's a magical pill at 65 years old that's just going to cure them.
Well, I was just going to chip in and say, I understand almost why people may want to go to the extreme end of the scale of having surgery or Botox or a nip and tuck, because it can be quite difficult. So if you get somebody who's in their mid-40s, out of condition, they're carrying 40 pounds extra, to say, I'm going to lose 40 pounds, it's a really, really big deal, because we're looking at this big picture. We're looking at, how can I lose 40 pounds? It's probably taken me 2 or 3 or 4 years to put that on, so to take that off, I just don't want to wait that long. I'm just going to go and get the vacuum cleaner and suck it out.
Fair enough.
But if you were to look at, if you look at it slightly differently, say, what can I do today? How can I lose £1 today? Okay, well, I'll take a smoothie for breakfast, or if I make that good choice in the morning, by lunch, I may go, well, actually, I had a smoothie, I'll go for a salad. And it's making very, very straightforward, simple choices right now. And then you wake up the next day and think, well, okay, how can I lose £1 today? And you may not lose £1 a day every day.
True.
But because it's in the short term, it's in the front of your mind, you're conscious of it, you're not thinking about losing £40 or £50. It seems much more manageable, the chunk. It's a percentage gain. So if I eat 1% better today, I can do that. Well, if I take care of my hydration, I'll have one more glass today, 1% better hydration, sleep, nutrition. I'll go for a small walk. These are all tiny, tiny percentages that, when you push them all together, they can make a considerable difference in your life. Not over a week or 2 weeks, but if you can consistently keep that going with persistence for a month or for 2 months or 3 months, and by that point it's a habit, you're enjoying it, you're feeling better.
It's a lifestyle.
It's much more manageable, I think. So
I would agree with you, and I would say this. I think the rut we as humans get in, and you and I are entrepreneurs, so I know, I think we overestimate what we can do in a day or a week or a month, and we underestimate what we can do in the long haul, right?
Yeah.
So and we also come from a society where we want it quicker, faster, better, bigger, and yesterday, you know what I mean? Now. So there's a lot of self-awareness in this conversation that if you're a newbie, you might not be privy to, because John and I have put in a ton of hard work to get this self-awareness. So we definitely know, again, I'll say this too, we're not ready to climb Mount Everest tomorrow. You've got to put in your time and your work. And it does start with baby steps, and everything John just said, those are free. Drinking more water is free. Sleeping is free. Clearing your mind for a walk in the morning is free. That shit doesn't even cost you anything, right? No. Now there's things we have invested in, John and I both. I know I own a Vitamix and I own a juicer. Those were, two larger scale items that I saved for. But what I did not do instead is I stopped drinking many, many moons ago. So I was saving tons of money there. I stopped eating out at all the time. I'll say I still go out because I like to support, like I said to you, I like to support local businesses that are doing local and fresh stuff all the time. I still go out and do that, but I do it a lot less. So I was able to save money for those bigger purchases. You know what I mean? And having said that, on the flip side, those bigger purchases then allow me to do intermittent fasting. I have my juice every morning. I have my smoothies. So I'm not having to go spend $800 at a Costco for food. It's just not what we do anymore. I drink these drinks, I drink these smoothies, and I feel so good that I don't even really need to eat till a certain hour of the day. And when I do eat, it's going to be highly dense, nutritious foods. And that might cost me $8. Ooh, you know what I mean? Like, it is so simple, yet I think unless you start, it seems difficult.
Yeah, and you find that those $8, you get huge value for it.
Totally.
If you can spend $8 on organic produce, that's as nutritionally dense as you can get compared to spending $20 on a pizza that has nothing.
Oh, thank you.
We don't need to go to organic straight away. If you're starting at the McDonald's end of the scale or the fast food end of the scale, and you just want to make some baby steps, go and buy a smoothie from your local juice bar. Buy regular products, but your fruits and your veggies, just make sure you wash it and you clean it, the outside. Sometimes you might want to peel it just to get rid of any sort of elements of pesticides if they're in there. But ultimately, you're probably increasing your intake of fruits and veg, a number of 100%, not just 10x. So,
oh, bro,
it all requires you to start and to want to do it, and then ask yourself that question again: do I really want to do this? And what? And if you do, how good can you feel?
Oh, bro, and this is where I go back to again. I speak from experience. I'm not a guru. I'm not anything other than somebody that's done it. And I remember when I was on tour, bro. I remember the spots on my road when I would tour West Coast Canada, down to the West Coast of the States. I remember the Wendy's spots I used to stop into, and I thought eating healthy meant taking just the top half of that bun off and then eating the rest of that burger, because I thought, no, that top end of the bun was too much. Not fake. And my health was based on skinniness. And like I said, I've always been a skinny guy, so I just assumed, well, if I'm not gaining weight, then I must be good, right? And just not understanding what nutritionally dense foods were until I flipped the script. And now if I even put something that isn't good in my body,
you feel it, you know it.
I am doing a nosedive, bro. So I don't even do it anymore.
Yeah, you get the fog. Likewise, I was just a fit, healthy guy, stocky guy, and we changed our diet. We just pulled the processed stuff out first, and I lost 3 stone in 4 months. What's that? 3 stone, so it turns to 40 pounds. But I didn't look as though I had it to lose. It's all this visceral fat, all the stuff that surrounds the organs and the tissues, on the
inside. So maybe something we should talk about next show would be how I do intermittent fasting and cleanses.
Okay.
That shit's on the inside and it's coming out. How are we for time, John?
We're 14:50.
Okay, let's wrap her up, brother.
Okay.
Well, we love you all. We're going to talk to you soon. It's that simple.
Keep listening and keep asking questions.
Keep asking questions. Love you.
Bye.